for me, I've had to kind of turn it off a little bit because it kind of works almost a little bit too well as a sole person. I've got to, I can only take on so much. Getting started, found a little bit of traction through some kind of online type freelance type platforms where time is charged by the hour as opposed to contracts being done by on a value basis. So just looking for ways of I guess reaching out, doing my own business development, not relying on those platforms and their clients and their marketing tactics, but rather, not really knowing how to do it on my own, but wanting to, I guess, find another way. So that's kind of where I was at the beginning. And was really kind of spreading myself all over the place, taking what was available more than what I was really wanting to do. So I guess, I've done a lot of post-secondary schooling that's been mostly self-driven. So the whole idea that, it's online modules, you kind of go it at your own pace, plus the sort of office hours and, I guess portals to get feedback or help where I get stuck, I mean, was quite, handy, I guess. So got on the initial kickoff call, met my success coach, kind of plowed through the material in the first couple modules, I guess, in the first 3 or 4 days, so that I could get into the calls following week. So, kind of mopped it up pretty quickly and started applying it, I guess, as fast as I could. I mean, it's still a very steep learning curve, but certainly everything I found was there and the support was there where I got, stuck. And yeah, it was just, a pretty good experience overall. My success coach was great. I mean, she was there. I probably didn't use her maybe as much as I should have, but I'm more of just I'm just going to go for it until I get stuck and then I'll ask for help kind of a thing. So just kind of plowed through it mostly on my own and just, started applying the concepts. So I guess, the first, I guess, stuck point I got to was just how what the model is that I'm going to be presenting or offering. Ahmed, helped me with that. And once I had that kind of sorted out, then it was just getting familiar with the different tools. I'd never really used LinkedIn at all, just kind of kept the free version, never knew about Sales Navigator or Ulink or anything like that. So established tools and started using them. Got on a couple calls. I think one with Steven where, he really got into some of the details and showed me how to utilize some of the behind the scenes features to some of the invitation requests after a certain period of time, those types of things, like, very minuscule kind of details. But for me, those are the things I had no idea about. So once I had kind of a way or understanding of that tool, I mean, it started and I also started producing content, things started to kind of open up, just kind of on their own, like, from certainly interest from other, from those that I was reaching out to, but also my own network that I hadn't connected with for a long time were starting to see what I was doing and asking questions. And, it started to even build a bit of a referral network where, I had people in my network, I didn't even know what they were doing these days. And sure enough, one of them was kind of doing something very similar, but was a lot further along than me. So it just really kind of grew, I guess, my connections with new and existing people in a different way, I suppose, and has opened up opportunities for me that way. And I think this is a really, really good program. I think it's for me, I've had to kind of turn it off a little bit because it kind of works almost a little bit too well as a sole person. I've got to, I can only take on so much. So, but I know it's there in the background. I can kind of flip the switch when I want to drive a bit more activity and go for it. So, it's nice to have that, I guess, in a as a back pocket tool. And I know I've still got some skills to develop in that area, and it's kind of everything's there for you even after you finish the program. So it's kind of a no brainer.